Holy crap, what's going on? My ship just got shut down. I'm falling really fast. I'm probably gonna die. Make sure to delete my search history. Is what I imagine is going through this guy's head right now. Because unbeknownst to him, he just crash landed on an alien planet with a very dark secret. And the only way to get off this watery planet is to swim. A lot. I found myself climbing into a life pod so I can escape the Aurora.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, that sound effect. We gotta lock in. Open it up. Come on, man. After getting out of the chair, I picked up the fire extinguisher so I could put out this fire. Do I have time to inspect this? Come on, get this fire out of here. Holy crap. With the danger averted, I opened up my PDA for the first time. I then made myself familiar with how the PDA actually worked, checking out the inventory and some other stuff. With all that out of the way, I took my first dive. Let's open this gate pod. Oh gosh. Dive for the very first time. First achievement. I explored my immediate surroundings, finding some limestone that I could break open for some resources. Most important resource in the game. I then spent some time picking up some basic resources. We're chilling.
All powered equipment. Increased to unlikely, but blow.
I found my way into a little cave where I found this cave sulfur guy who would chase you and explode, which is the worst way to defend anything that you own. But I've gotten cave sulfur. Very important resource. With some basic resources in hand, I went back to the life pod to start crafting. Alright, back at base. So now we can actually use the fabricator. First thing we're definitely going to make is standard O2 tank. Perfect. Now this will let us breathe a lot further underwater. 75 seconds. Perfect.
New blueprint acquired.
Yeah. High capacity already. Dude, it's so good. Oh yeah. I think we really need right now is silicone rubber. As you heard, I needed to go get silicone rubber, which required me to explore a little bit further than the safe shallows that I was in into the creepvine forest. For now, all I would need from here are these yellow little orbs to make some silicone rubber. Back at home, I could now start crafting that silicone rubber that I needed. So now with these, we can craft silicone rubber. While I was crafting, I got my first notification that the radiation levels around the Aurora was rising to an unsafe level, so I'd have to watch out for that. We can make silicone rubber now. Which is really important because that's the only weapon in the game. So, let's craft it. With the silicone rubber, I crafted my first and only weapon, the knife. Keeping with the trend of crafting, I crafted up the repair tool to repair the life pod. Repair all this stuff that's got broke in the crash.
Life pod secondary systems online. Running full environment diagnostic.
With the life pod fully repaired, I crafted my first battery. We craft the scanner. It's the most second important item in the game.
The scanner can be used to...
I lied earlier saying the life pod was fully repaired. I forgot to repair the radio. Message.
This is Aurora. Distress signal received. Rescue operation will be dispatched to your location in 9 hours.
That terrifying message aside, I crafted another upgrade. The fins. Absolutely. With all the resources I had been gathering, I quickly ran out of space inside of the life pod, so I crafted this waterproof locker to store some. Now that I had the scanner, I went out exploring for sea glide fragments, so that way I could craft it. Fragment. Alright, now we need to find another one, and we'll be able to craft the sea glide, which is really nice. Is this another sea glide? Mobile vehicle bay. No, but just as good though. We need 3 of these, I think. Yeah. Sea glide. Oh, yes. Perfect.
New blueprint acquired.
With the sea glide now learned, I went back to base to craft it. Because now we can create the sea glide. Oh yeah. Now with the sea glide, my range of exploration was tripled. I had also found enough resources to craft a rebreather, which allowed me to breathe underwater for a lot longer. I got my first message on the radio and it was saying that another life pod needed help.
This is Life Pod 3, uploading our coordinates. We're plugging some holes in our emergency sea glide.
Life pod 3. Let's go over there. We then set out with the new sea glide, but when we got there, it looked pretty grim. Oh no. Does not seem like they made it. Yeah, boom, right in the hole. Jeez. While heading back to the life pod, I got yet again another message saying the radiation levels were getting crazy by the Aurora.
Result in a quantum detonation.
I also got another notification of another life pod that I went to check out. Ooh. Guys, do you know what this means? This is the first part of the sea moth fragment. You might not understand the significance of the sea moth, but with this, our range of exploration would be greatly increased. Very close to the pod, I found a few fragments that were left behind from the crash of the Aurora. Kind of, not. This is locked up. This means we have learned the sea moth. Back. Oh, hello. That's laser cutter fragment. We've now learned it. Once that learning spree was over, I got very curious where this hole led to, and I quickly found out it led to the mushroom area. Hello. This is where I found my first sign of other life forms on this planet besides me. The PDA here indicated that this belonged to somebody who crashed with the Degassi a long time ago. This area also had a lot of tier 3 resources like gold, diamonds, and lithium. Give me a diamond. Yes, it's actually really good. Now that was a solid adventure. Bunch of lead, a bunch of gold, diamond, magnetite, silver. With all those new resources I had just collected, I crafted the laser cutter, which allowed me to explore the broken parts of the Aurora. While I was looking through my PDA, I got this notification.
Warning. Local radiation readings suggest the Aurora's drive core has reached critical state. Quantum detonation will occur within 2 hours.
That's not good. I got a little bored waiting for the Aurora to explode, so I went ahead and started looking for more blueprints. And while I was out exploring, it happened. Oh, it's happening.
Emergency. A quantum detonation has occurred in the Aurora's drive core. The reactor
really
will reach
close.
a supercritical state in T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. For your convenience, the radiation suit has been new blueprint acquired.
That got a little hectic there in the end, but I was able to learn the radiation suit blueprint, which allowed me to explore close to the Aurora. Aurora just blew up. Right after the Aurora blew up, I went back to my life pod where I got this message.
This is Avery Quinn of Trading Ship Sunbeam. Aurora, do you read? Over?
I'm not going to show the entire message, but it basically said that there's another ship that might be aware of what happened.
Engine grease.
With that message out of the way, I went ahead and crafted the radiation suit so I could explore the Aurora. There we go. With the radiation suit put on now, I headed towards the Aurora. Now being right next to the Aurora, I would have to be careful as there was a beast lurking about. There it is. Luckily enough though, we didn't have to run into him, so I could just make my way under the Aurora. Try to be on some solid land for once. And I instantly get hit.
Caution. Scans show the digestive tracts of nearby life forms contain human tissues.
With that menacing voice line aside, I would be taking a secondary route to get into the Aurora. All it would require is me putting out some fire and entering in one code that I already knew. I would also make sure to be grabbing anything that I could find. This would also require just a little bit of parkour mastery. Didn't even need equipment to get in here. And there's a locked door. Now, I do know the password to get into here. Now, the real question is should I use it? I mean, I know the password already, so it feels like, you know, this is my 100%, so I get to do what I want. With that door opened, I started exploring around to see what I could find. All I found was a locked door though, but that was nothing for my laser cutter.
Do not attempt repair without appropriate qualifications.
Oh, I have qualifications, lady. I made my way into the engine room where I repaired up all these holes that were causing radiation leaks. So, we're gonna go around.
Containment breach. Containment breach.
Boom. That's achievement too. Nice. With the engine room now repaired, I could leave the Aurora.
Aurora, this is Sunbeam again. We just picked up a massive debris field at your location. I didn't know how many of you... I didn't know. We're now en route to your location. We're gonna bring you home. Sunbeam out.
Even with rescue on the way, I still focused on getting a few necessary items, like the moon pool. I was also starting to find a few Cyclops blueprints, but it would be a while till we would get this. While exploring though, I did find these weird vents that seemed to be sucking and pushing water. Naturally, I scanned them and all it said was it was pushing water really deep below the surface. Next to another wreck, I found another really important item, an upgrade to my air capacity. And holy crap, even another upgrade, the reinforced suit, but we wouldn't make that for a while. I was in dire need of some silver so I could craft wiring kits, so I went around looking for it. And while gathering for that silver, I had a crazy encounter. Ooh. Jeez, man, chill out. Oh god, it's over. How did he get so close so fast? Luckily enough, I was able to escape the jaws of that Titan, and I was able to learn the Cyclops engine. Once again though, it's going to be a ways off before I get the Cyclops. I realized I hadn't self-scanned yet, so I decided to do that.
Self-scan complete. Foreign bacteria counters reached statistically significant levels. No adverse effects detected. Be vigilant for symptoms.
We were now on a timeline. I would have to find a cure for that soon, or I would die. I also found the final fragment for the mobile vehicle bay. Oh, this is it. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, we're not going there. We're going back. We're crafting the sea
New
mod.
blueprint acquired.
Now that I had the mobile vehicle bay, I could finally start crafting some vehicles. Perfect. Oh yeah. Climb up on this, John. Take a gander at this. Vehicles, sea moth. We need titanium ingot, power cell, glass, and lubricant. Luckily enough, I had most of the items I needed for the sea moth already. Oh yeah, the sea moth.
The sea moth is a fast, safe mode of transport, but remember that swimming is good for your glutes and endorphin levels.
Finally. Oh yeah.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh yeah. Now that I finally had the sea moth, I could start doing longer voyages. And that's exactly what I did. I immediately hopped in the sea moth and set off. Now I knew where one of the two islands were at. It's at this floating clad that doesn't move, so that's where I was going. Ooh. Whoa, it's land. Land ho. Right, on the island. On the island, I had my first look at some alien architect. Okay, looks like a big giant monolith in the distance. As I approached it, I would need some sort of purple key to open this door. Looks like we need some sort of tablet to get through. And if only there was a way to get the purple tablet. If only there was like a key right next to the door. Whoa, the key right next to the door. With the key placed right next to the door, I was able to open it, gaining access to the monolith. Insert tablet. Now things are getting a little crazy. Wow. Alien base. They're scary. Data download.
Unknown language. Attempting translation.
While exploring inside of the monolith, I found an ion cube. And a really cool elevator. I was also able to find another purple tablet. Inside this monolith too, I was able to find the coolest item ever. Scan indicates this device contains enough potential energy to destroy the entire planet along with most of the solar system. Fortunately, it has malfunctioned. With another conveniently placed tablet, I was able to open up another purple door.
Lies beyond this doorway.
Now this is where I came face to face with the control panel. Interact. Oh!
The control panel is broadcasting a message. Translation reads, "Warning, infected individuals may not disable the weapon. This planet is under quarantine."
So apparently because of that infection that I had, I wasn't able to turn off the giant monolith. Hopefully that doesn't cause a problem. With every inch of the monolith explored, it was time to leave. However, I didn't want to leave the island as I knew there was a lot of resources within. Oh, that is a purple tablet. Insert ion cube. Might as well. Inserting that ion cube activated this portal, but we wouldn't take it now. Instead, we would take the sea moth and go back home.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Back home, the radio had another signal, and I clicked on it, getting the creepiest thing ever.
9 new biological subjects designated. Mode. Hunting. Analyzing. Sharing subject locations with other agents.
Creepy stalkers aside, there was yet again another non-moving cloud that I wanted to go to that led to another island. I hopped in the sea moth and went over. Now this island was a tad bit different from the other one, as it didn't actually connect to the ground, it was floating. Now that is a scary sight, I'm not gonna lie. Once I touched land with the island, I hopped onto it and started exploring it. I did not like that at all. While walking on the island, I noticed a building that was not built by me. So I of course made my way up to it. Once I was close enough to see it, I could tell that this had been abandoned for quite a while. Now there was going to be a lot for me to scan here, so that way I'd be able to make my own base back home. Exploring the island some more, I found another base that seemed to be caved in. This arguably gave me the most important blueprint, the multi-purpose room. I then ran up to the base that I saw before, where I was able to see a stunning view. Wow. That building practically had nothing, and with the island fully explored, I hopped in the sea moth and left.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I did notice that there was a life pod signal directly below me, so I went down to investigate, where I was able to find a pretty good upgrade. Oh. While exploring some more broken parts of the Aurora, I found the modification station, which is a huge upgrade in progression. I need 3 pieces of these. In that same wreckage, I was able to find the vehicle upgrade module, which allowed me to make a bunch more stuff, and I was able to find the last piece of the modification station. Oh, let's go, the last part of the modification station. That's huge. While back home, I was crafting some stuff when I got a really exciting message.
Aurora, we're approaching the planet now. We have a landing site for you that's... well, it's better than the alternatives. We've sent you the coordinates.
Only 40 more minutes that I had to spend on this planet. I was ecstatic. We're gonna build a base in the meantime, but to do that, we need to build the habitat builder, which takes a wiring kit and a computer chip. But now we get the habitat builder. Now you might be asking, why was I gonna build a base if I was gonna get rescued in 34 minutes? Mind your business. Now I would love to show you the montage of me building the base, but I lost every bit of footage of it, so sorry. With the sunbeam arriving in 5 minutes, I wanted to head over there so I could get there early. Arriving on the island, I just waited till the sunbeam arrived. We'll just wait here for the sunbeam to arrive. With the sunbeam 30 seconds out, there was noise at the monolith.
Survivor, we see you. Man, I don't know how you held out down there. We broke an atmosphere, and we're descending towards the landing site. Is that a building down there? What do you mean you can't identify it? Hold on. No turning back now. Positions, everyone. Touching down in 10, 9, 8. It's coming from the building? Change course. Set thrusters to full.
And with that, we learned that the monolith was in fact a giant railgun set to destroy any ships trying to leave or enter the planet. With all hope of escape gone now, I hopped back in the Seamoth and went back to base. Back at base, I repaired the radio, where I got an actual good message.
Alterra HQ, this may be your only communications window. We can't send a rescue ship all the way out there, so Aurora, you're just gonna have to meet us halfway. We've uploaded blueprints to the ship's computer. Black box data shows the high-security terminal in the captain's quarters is still functional. The code should be 2679.
Well, I guess that's a good time to finish up what we're doing here at the base and go back to the Aurora. And that's exactly what I did. I built the modification station. Oh boy. And with that, I crafted my upgraded knife. A little upgrade to our blade. Ooh. Automatically cooks food too. I then set up some storage so that way it was next to me instead of floating in the water. At the same time, I finished the vehicle modification station so I could upgrade the Seamoth. Yeah, there we go. With the new storage setup, I started transferring over all the materials. It didn't take too long, and I'm sure you guys don't want to watch it all, so done. Before heading back to the Aurora, I wanted to upgrade the Seamoth and my gear a little bit. To do that, I wanted to upgrade my depth module for the Seamoth. Alright. Module Mark 1. And Mark 2. Mark 3. With the Seamoth upgraded to its maximum depth, I upgraded my gear a little bit by getting new fins and a new oxygen tank. Oh. I also had to make the propulsion cannon to move some boxes out of the way in the Aurora. With all these new items in hand, I hopped back into the Seamoth and went to the Aurora. Okay. Time to actually explore this. With the propulsion cannon that I had crafted, I moved out all the boxes blocking my way. There was also a little bit of fire in the way, but nothing an extinguisher couldn't handle. I ran into a sealed door, but once again, nothing my laser cutter couldn't handle. I then dodged and weaved through some pipes where I came upon the prawn bay where I could learn the prawn suit. And there should be a... With the prawn suit now learned, I kept pushing forward and moving boxes out of my way. There wasn't really much of importance in the living quarter besides the captain's cabin. I then came up to the captain's cabin where I entered the code they gave me. Entering the password that they gave us would be 2679. And then this is the big thing.
Integrating new PDA data.
Now, if you don't know what this is how we get home. This is the rocket. Even though we had the rocket though, there was still one main problem. The giant railgun. It said that we weren't able to turn it off because we were infected, so we had to find a cure if we want to get home. With that though, the Aurora was finally finished off. We would never have to come back here. Once back home, I started to customize the Seamoth a little bit. Yo, what does the black Seamoth look? You kind of go tough. La 100 La 100. I like that. Now with the La 100 on the team, we were really moving. I wanted more vehicles though, but I hadn't yet learned the Cyclops, so I went out and did that next. I wanted to prepare a little bit before going on that super long journey though. And by prepare, I mean just making a bunch of water and extra food. And with all that in order, I hopped into the Seamoth and went out. Now before getting the Cyclops blueprint, I wanted to check out the mushroom biome one more time as I knew I was missing a piece of lore there. Alright, let's go under. Now under, there was another base that I saw, and this was part of the Degassi crew that was on the floating island. The only noteworthy thing here was the water filtration system that I would never use. Really. And with this PDA that I picked up in here, I was able to get the achievement for this area. That was all I really cared about in the mushroom biome, and we would never come back here. Now it was finally time to get the Cyclops blueprint. We were only missing 2 hull fragments. But...
Detecting multiple Leviathan class life forms in the region. Are you certain whatever you're doing is worth it?
Terrifying message aside, I was able to get blueprint fragments for the drill arm. I kinda lied to you guys, I wasn't getting the Cyclops yet. I was gonna be getting a bunch of dread and fear. This is it.
Warning, entering ecological dead zone. Adding report to databank.
Jeez, get me out of there, bro. I just wanted the database so I can show you guys what it is. Geological scans of this area show a steep decline in all directions. This data is consistent with the theory that the aurora crashed on the edge of a 2 km by 2 km volcanic crater. It has likely been a millennia since the eruption reached the surface, encouraging the ecosystem within the crater to flourish. The absolute insanity of that is insane. The aurora, a giant ship landing on a 2 km by 2 km little island, is insane. While driving around looking for the Cyclops parts, I found the blood kelp zone. Now, my brain being the size of the pea, I completely forgot about the Cyclops and I started exploring this biome. Oh, here we go. Boys, we are getting serious now. And we're about to... Well, actually, let me show it off first. Oh my gosh, bro. What are you doing? I play all dumb now? What's up, twin? Now, you might actually be wondering what biome we are in. This is no longer the blood kelp. The blood kelp linked in with the best biome in the entire game, the Lost River. Coming up might be my all-time favorite scene in this entire game. Oh, wow.
Terrain scans indicate this biome contains unusually high concentrations of organic and fossilized remains.
Oh, there it is. That is a baby ghost leviathan. I just absolutely love the reveal of the ghost leviathan next to the gargantuan skull. I think it's one of the craziest and best scenes in the entire game. I of course made sure to scan the giant skull as well. And we get a quick scan. The gargantuan fossil. The fossilized remains of an extinct super predator. Its sheer size would have prohibited it from entering such a enclosed space, suggesting that the geography. Disregarding my reading, I kept exploring deeper into the Lost River, where I found some more alien architect, and I went ahead and followed it. Following these massive light pillars, I then saw the Diseased Research Facility. Here it is.
This alien structure appears to have collapsed to the sea floor.
Wow. Thanks for the genius supercomputer for telling me that. Once I found the entrance, I made my way inside. And naturally, I immediately got teleported out by the Warper, which I haven't explained yet. They were the guy on that call that I got before that was really creepy. I actually made my way inside where I found an egg. I think this is an egg. As I kept exploring, I realized that this is the factory that made the Warpers outside.
Data pertaining to the bacterium is being downloaded. Caution. Detecting atypical fluctuations in blood plasma proteins. A self-scan is strongly advised. Self-scan complete. Bacterial infection has spread to the skin and pulmonary system.
Yep. We got the green bumps now. The time was ticking. The virus inside my system was progressing at a rapid rate. Who knew how long I had left? That pretty much completed the Diseased Research Facility, so I kept moving forward. Got the achievement for this area, which is good. I then came on to my second favorite scene, also belonging to the Lost River, this cool tree. Yeah, these are ghost leviathan eggs, by the way. Moving forward past that tree, I met the limit of my sea moth.
Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
I kept pushing forward on my player character, but I got a little too scared and left. With the Lost River pretty much completed, I headed out. That's when I accidentally came across the last place the Degassi crew was at. There's an achievement I can get here. Now I got two things of note. There's an alien containment that was tied to one achievement, and the last achievement tied to the Degassi crew.
Integrated.
The orange tablet. I actually kind of lied. There was three things of note. The orange tablet, but I would never use it. Yeah, that's the Degassi's done. With the Degassi storyline over, I actually headed out this time. Well, we're on a journey.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Message. Alright. That's cool. I don't want to know what that meant anyways. Now with an actual need for the Cyclops, I would finally go out and find the 2 hull fragments I needed. See, I swear I wasn't lying this time. I took the sea moth out and found the last 2 remaining fragments. Now with both the prawn suit and Cyclops learned, I would take some time to build it. Let's see what it takes to make this. 3 plasteel, 3 enameled, 1 lubricant, 1 advanced minor kit, 3 lead. Okay. Really just plasteel ingot is the hardest because we need at least 30 titanium. As you heard, it took a lot of resources. Fortunately enough, I'm a little goblin and already had basically everything I needed. All I had to do was collect a little bit of titanium. This would be the 3rd one. 3, 2, 1, boom.
Be advised, the Cyclops is designed to be operated by a 3-person crew.
Booyah. With our brand new Cyclops built, I entered for the first time.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
I took some time to get familiar with the Cyclops layout, and I of course had to customize it. Name El Uno. Yeah, the 1. El Uno. Then I admired it from the outside. Oh yeah, turn the engine on.
Engine powering up.
There it is. Next, I wanted to build the prawn suit. Gel enameled, 2 diamonds. Okay, that's not bad. Once again, I was a little goblin and hoarded all my loot, so all I needed was titanium for plasteel ingots. Prawn suit.
It is normal when first piloting a prawn suit to feel a sense of limitless power. You will have to make do with self-discipline.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Oh yeah. I don't care what she said, I feel so powerful already. As is tradition, I customized the prawn suit. Prawn suit. Arm. Done. A pretty cool feature about the Cyclops is it has its own docking bay, so that way I'd be able to take the prawn suit wherever I wanted. While inside the Cyclops, I realized that I could build inside of it, and made a huge decision to move inside of the Cyclops. Does that mean that we can, like, the modification? Oh. Oh yeah, it's fine. The first step I made was to make some storage to store all my stuff. I then took some time to transfer all of the materials I had collected into the submarine. Let's move into that. 2 titanium ingots, and then the foundation. Like we were never here. Now fully moved inside of the Cyclops, I decided to go back to the Bloodkelp Forest and down to the area I couldn't go past with the sea moth. But I actually think our drop down zone is Being down on the Lost River, I decided to take some time to upgrade my vehicles. It's this quick.
Warning, maximum depth reached. Power damage imminent.
Ooh. With the little upgrades that I did, I was able to go even deeper down to the last area of the game. Now this area is considered the lava area, and I immediately had a close encounter with its inhabitants. Holy... my ship's about to be destroyed. So good. After that very close call, I decided to make an executive decision to hide my submarine a little bit better. As I headed deeper in, I found the next area that I needed to be at. There's some stuff here. It's like a lot. Oh, here we go. Kyanite.
The volcanic rock, which has formed in this...
Exploring a little deeper inside of this area, I found the thermal power plant. This provided the energy for all the alien bases that we've seen thus far. I found the entrance and made my way inside, but I quickly decided that I wanted to bring my prawn suit inside. So I went back out, grabbed it, and came back in. I mined these ion cubes as I knew I would need them later. See, it's exactly why you carry the tablets, guys. tablet. Finding this blue tablet was huge as we would need it very soon. And with another purple tablet, I was able to gain access to where the power was made. Grabbing this data item right here, it gave me the achievement for the area, but we weren't quite done yet. The real prize was this orange text up here, which gave us the ion batteries. Ion powered it up. With that last final thing, I cleared up the thermal plant and I could leave. Back in the Cyclops, I immediately crafted some ion batteries as they were so much better than regular ones. I'll keep one. These will be really nice to have for the... With the kyanite that I found down here, I was able to craft the final upgrade for the depth module for the Cyclops. We're good. We're good. With that final upgrade, we could go to the real final area of the game. We would have to carefully descend this giant hole and follow the narrow tubing. Slow. Slow. Still. Get out of the way, bro. There's still another Sea Emperor down here somewhere. Here. Oh.
I am what you seek. Want to help you.
We then approached the final building of the game. I hopped in my prawn suit and made my way in. This is where that blue tablet would go. That's why the blue tablet was so important, as it's needed to get into this. Once I was inside, I started exploring around, seeing that there was a lot of experiments going on here. I had also noticed that there was a bunch of portals strewn about. I'd forgotten to craft the next blue tablet I needed, but it wasn't that big of a deal. I just went back to the Cyclops and crafted it. Once I was back, I put it in and unlocked the final door. There she is.
Are you here to play? Others came here once. They built these walls. They played alone. They bored me. Now they're gone. And instead, we have you.
That's right, she does have me and I'll be here to help her. I made my way down in this containment facility where I saw the 5 Sea Emperor eggs.
Depends on the organic detritus.
To start the hatching process, I would have to insert an iron cube here.
My young need to hatch, to play outside this place. We have been here so long. The others built a passage to reach the world outside. I asked them for this freedom, but they could not hear me. If you help us, I will give you freely what the others tried in vain to take.
Once she was done talking, she kindly blew away the sand so I could activate this portal. So much, little lady. I gotta get air.
With the passage you've opened, my young can leave this place.
I was really close to having my first death happen here, but she did give us the hatching enzyme so we could hatch her babies. Now this would require you to go around to a bunch of different biomes, but luckily enough, there was those teleporters that teleported you to where you needed to go. The first one was in her containment facility though. Yep, there we go. Yep. Ah, there we go. With all the seeds collected, I went back to the Cyclops to craft the hatching enzyme. Right here. Let's do it. There they are. Little sea babies.
My young are swimming for the shallows. I thank you. Their freedom is my end. What will it be like, I wonder, to go to sleep and never wake up. Perhaps next we meet, I will be an ocean current, carrying seas to a new land. Or a creature so small, it sees the gaps between the grains of sand. Farewell, friend.
Goodbye. This right here. Enzyme 42. This is how we cure my sickness. Sickness is gone. And there's the achievement. Now with my sickness cleared, there's one thing left to do. Turn off the giant railgun. Let's turn this sucker off. With the railgun now powered down, I had one more final task, building the rocket and going home. But first I would have to get the Cyclops back to the surface.
Engine powering down.
Now that I was back home, I had enough resources to craft the launching platform for the Neptune rocket. Platform. Now for this I would have to build 4 separate segments for the entire rocket, and it took quite a while, so we're going to skip over all the resource collecting and all the boring parts, and you can just watch the building. Now we can go ahead and craft it. Yep. And with that final building piece, the Neptune rocket was completely ready to go. I of course had to go take a look at my newly built rocket. Now I only had 2 more achievements left, and one of them was tied to the capsule, which I had to make real quick. Alright, you know what you're gonna get? You're gonna get some tablets, fire extinguisher, wiring kit, and thermoblade, and a diamond. Check out. Will Jack do it? YT. With the type capsule done, I started prepping the rocket. Start activating it. Auxiliary power.
Auxiliary power unit online.
Communications.
Communications systems array active.
Hydraulics.
Pressurizing hydraulics.
Life support.
Life support systems online.
Boot up primary CPU.
Primary computer systems active. All systems are go for liftoff.
With the rocket ready to go, I took one last look at this ocean planet. The rocket's ready to go. El Uno, arm, La 100, life pod all together, you know. So it was a fun adventure, very fun, but I think it's time to leave. Gotta get home. Let's climb up this ladder and let's get out of here. Launch rocket, here we go.
Ready to launch on your command, Captain. Launch in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time capsule jettisoned. Caution, approaching orbital debris field. Orbital debris field clear. Performing gravity turn maneuver. Confirm destination coordinates. Nearest interstellar phase gate. Engaging ion boosters in 3, 2, 1.
What is a wave without the ocean? A beginning without an end. They are different, but they go together. Now you go among the stars, and I fall among the sand. We are different, but we go together.
I really hope you guys enjoyed this 100%. It was really fun to do. Thank you to anybody who made it to the end. If you did, comment egg.
Welcome home to all Terra. Permission to land will be granted once you have settled your outstanding balance of 1 trillion credits.